العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وعلى أصحابه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. This lesson, as we announced, it will be about salah, about the fiqh of salah. We have to speak as Muslims about salah because Almighty Allah gave a great deal of importance to the matter of salah. We all know that all the obligations were given to the Prophet ﷺ on the land. Except for salah, he was raised for it, and up there, upon the seventh sky, the Messenger ﷺ was ordered, was communicated by God, that he have to make the 5 daily prayers. And that's why the fuqaha or the ulama, they call salah as mi'rajul mu'min. It is a matter which raises the believer. You want to raise yourself, see how good you are in your prayer. That is the importance and significance of salah. We will find that the Prophet ﷺ was even before the salah being prescribed, even when he was in Mecca, before the salah being prescribed, he used to pray 2 rak'ah in the morning, 2 rak'ah in the evening. It is a sunnah or a tradition to pray for God. It is a tradition for the entire prophethood. All the Prophets ﷺ who were sent by Allah, they used to pray. They used to maintain salah. And the Prophet ﷺ, he himself used to maintain salah. Allah says in the Quran, أَقِمِ الصَّلَاةَ لِذِكْرِ, establish prayer to maintain my remembrance. As if Allah is saying to us that if you establish prayer, you are remembering me. If you are not establishing prayer, you are forgetting me. In these things, he can start his salah. Once he starts his salah, you have to know that there are obligatory actions in the salah. Such as what? The first obligatory action in the salah is to stand. Standing is an obligatory action in the salah. You have to perform salah while standing. Allah says, وَقُومُوا لِلَّهِ قَانِتِينَ, that stand in calmness or in khushu' for Almighty Allah in your prayer. So standing is considered to be one of the obligatory actions for salah. Another obligatory action in salah is takbiratul ihram. The first takbir which you make is considered to be obligatory. If you miss that first takbir, or if you were mistaken in it, you didn't say it properly, then your salah is invalid. If you said, for instance, Allahu Akbar, you said takbir, but you said it wrong. Akbar is other than Akbar. Akbar is having a different and improper meaning which doesn't fit Almighty Allah. So you should not say Allahu Akbar, you should say Allahu Akbar. So you have to say the takbir properly. Another obligatory action, let's say instead of obligatory action, the fiqh term, the term which says fara'id. Another from the fara'id of salah, from the essentials of salah is Suratul Fatiha. You have to recite Suratul Fatiha. Suratul Fatiha is considered to be an essential obligatory fara'id of salah according to the 3 imams, Imam Ahmad, Imam Shafi'i, Imam Malik. However, Imam Abu Hanifa, he differs slightly with the others. He says Surah Al-Fatiha is not obligatory, it's not fard, it's wajib, it's a lesser fard. Then what's obligatory? He says reciting something from the Quran which is equivalent to 3 verses, that is obligatory. But reciting the entire Surah Al-Fatiha is 7 verses, isn't it? So that's wajib, it's not obligatory. However, the Messenger ﷺ says in an authentic hadith, in almost all the sources of hadith, لا صلاة لمن لم يقرأ بفاتحة الكتاب. There is no valid prayer counted for a person who didn't recite Surah Al-Fatiha. That's why the majority of the scholars, they say that a person should make his Fatiha, and Fatiha is obligatory. What if a person was behind the Imam, should he make his Fatiha? If you can listen to the Imam, his voice is clear, it's not necessary because the recitation of the Imam is a recitation for you as well. He is reciting for the entire congregation. But if the Imam's recitation is not clear, you cannot listen, or is praying a silent prayer, then make a recitation for yourself, recite on your own Surah Al-Fatiha. Let's go ahead. So we said that standing is one of the fara'id. Takbiratul Ihram is one of the fara'id. Recitation of Fatiha is one of the fara'id. So we have 3 fara'id so far. After the recitation comes the ruku'. Ruku' or bowing is considered to be one of the fara'id. It's fard in the salah. Then raising from the ruku'. You may find some people go on ruku' and then immediately from ruku' they go for sujood. Many of you may, it's possible that some of you witnessed this thing, that some people make ruku' and immediately they go for sujood. They don't stand up. This is a mistake which they do. They have to stand up. Standing after the ruku' is considered one of the fara'id of salah. It's one of the essentials of salah. Then after standing up after the ruku' you stand. After standing from the ruku', raising from the ruku', you have to go for sujood. Sujood is one of the fara'id. There are 3 things related to ruku' which are considered to be fard. First, performing the ruku' is fard. Raising from the ruku' is fard. Keep standing for a while after the ruku' is fard. So there are 3 things which we have to consider. You have to make ruku', raise from the ruku' and keep standing for a while, even a while which is equivalent to say Subhanallah. If this much you can stand after the ruku', you have done your fard. The obligatory action is done. Then go for sujood. Sujood is again one of the fara'id of salah, one of the obligatory actions of salah. After sujood, raising from the sujood is one of the obligatory actions. And then sitting for a while is also one of the obligatory actions. And then the tashahhud, the last tashahhud. In some salah they have 2 tashahhud, isn't it? We 2 times say at-tahiyyatu lillahi. The last at-tahiyyat, the last tashahhud is fard, is obligatory. If a person miss the last tashahhud, his salah is invalid. You should not miss it. You should not ignore it. Sitting for the last tashahhud is an obligatory action. You have to do it while sitting. If you stand and do it, or kneel and do it, it's wrong. It's not accepted. You have to sit down. Sitting for it is one of the obligations which you have to meet. These are the fara'id of salah. What else comes in the obligations? The taslim. Taslimatan. Imam Ahmad says both the taslim. To say it on your left and on your right is considered to be the obligation or one of the obligations of salah. It was reported that the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, مفتاح الصلاة الطهور وتحريمها التكبير وتحليلها التسليم. That the key to salah is purification. And what makes you in the ritual state of prayer, what brings you into the ritual of state of the prayer is takbir, takbiratul ihram, to say Allahu Akbar. When saying Allahu Akbar, you are inside the prayer. And what releases you from the prayer is taslim, to say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So when you do that, you are out of your salah. So these are the obligatory actions of the salah. Beside these obligatory actions, there is one more concept which Imam Ahmad brings. He says the tartib. The salah should be offered in order. You cannot mix up between the actions of salah. Don't bring the action which are supposed to be at the end. Don't bring them at the beginning and make a combination of actions and say we have done one. He says no, the tartib is one of the conditions or one of the obligatory actions. So these actions are considered to be obligatory actions in your salah. You have to maintain. The difference between obligatory actions and other actions is that if you miss any of these obligatory actions, your salah is invalid. You have to repeat your salah. After the obligatory actions comes the wajibat. What are wajibat? Wajibat are those actions. If you miss them, you have to perform sujood as-sahw. The 2 prostrations of forgetfulness. You have to perform them. If you miss the wajibat. These are the lesser obligatory actions. Amongst the lesser obligatory actions, or amongst the wajibat, the first thing which you have, the takbirat of shifting, takbiratul intiqal, means shifting takbir. When you make ruku, you make takbir. When you raise, you make takbir. You go for sujood, you make takbir. When you raise from sujood. So when you make a shift in your salah, you keep saying takbir. These takbirat are called as takbirat of shifting. These are considered to be wajibat or lesser obligatory actions. If you missed one of these takbirat or you forgot it, you have to perform sujood as-sahw when you finish your salah. So this is the first of the wajibat. What else we have amongst the wajibat? Amongst the wajibat we have the tasbih which we say in the ruku' and sujood. We say in ruku' Subhana Rabbiyal Azim, and we say in sujood Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. These are considered to be from the wajibat, the lesser obligatory actions. We have to meet them, we have to do them. Otherwise, if you forgot them, you have to perform sujood al-sahwi at the end of your salah. Beside this, to say Sami Allahu liman hamida and Rabbana wa lakal hamd, these two sentences are considered to be from the wajibat. If you miss them, then you have to perform sujood al-sahwi. What if a person misses something while being behind the imam? He's praying behind the imam, he forgot to say Allahu Akbar when he was shifting. So should he make sujood al-sahwi? What do you think? Should he make sujood al-sahwi if he's with the imam? How many think he have to make? No? Yes, this is the proper answer. He is not required to make any sujood if he made a mistake being with the imam. Because the imam is a protection for him. As long as the imam's prayer is proper, his prayer is proper. But if a person does purposely skips some action, his prayer is invalid. We are speaking about a person who forgetfully missed something, or he didn't intend to miss, but he missed something due to some other reason. So this is a person who is excused. If a person purposely does that, he's not making his ruku with the imam, he keeps standing with the imam, he's in his sujood. This is not a prayer, you are not praying with the imam. In this case, your salah is invalid. So these are the lesser obligatory actions in the salah or the wajibat. Besides this, we have the tashahhud al-awwal, the first tahiyyat. We said that the last tahiyyat is obligatory from the fara'id. The first tahiyyat is not an obligatory action, it's a lesser obligatory action. It is from the wajibat. If a person missed that thing, he has to perform sujood al-sahwi. You might have witnessed in many occasions that the imam sometimes, because he missed the first tashahhud, he goes and makes sujood al-sahwi. He doesn't repeat the entire salah, because the first tashahhud is not fard, it's wajib. It is a lesser obligatory action. If he missed it, he can make sujood